Brooke. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be doing another update on our new construction house, our KB home. We are further along in the process now. It's been about 7 months since we started this whole thing. Back in October of 2021 is when we started everything. And we are now 60 days out. But if we're being technical, 51 days. Because I am counting. I have a countdown app on my phone and I check it daily. So there's that. But I wanted to give an update just on where the house is, where our mortgage loan is at, because we have been hearing from our loan officers again now that we're getting closer to our closing date. So just give a part 3 update before closing and all of that. So stick around and don't forget to subscribe. So like I said, we are 60 days out. That's just the general term for this time period, I think. And basically where the house is at the current moment is we have everything on the inside that is going to be behind the walls completed. So our electrical is finished, our HVAC is finished, our plumbing is finished, and we just got our insulation finished as well. And now with all of those things being completed, we did have to have inspections done on all of those things, so that did take a while. And this time period especially has actually felt pretty slow, just because you're not seeing a lot of differences in the house, you're not seeing a lot of progress, but they are still keeping us updated. KB has been wonderful with the weekly updates and the photos and all of that, because if you haven't watched my other 2 videos about this process, my husband and I actually live in California and our house is being built in Texas and we haven't even seen it in person. I know a lot of people are going to be like, you're insane, but that's just, it fits our lifestyle and it was just easier to do it this way and it worked for our family. So that's what we're doing, but we've been as involved as we can be from a far distance. So yes, it does feel like it's taking a long time, and in all fairness, it took longer than it probably would have in a normal time because of the shortages with, I think, AC parts and some electrical parts were back ordered as well. So that took a little bit of extra time. Currently, our construction superintendent told us last week that the sheetrock installers are scheduled to install our drywall, I think this week and next week, kind of. I'm not sure exactly how many days it takes them to install, but they are supposed to be coming soon. He told us that they were finishing up a certain set of houses elsewhere, but our house is in the next section of houses that are supposed to be getting drywall. So that's very exciting, and I know that our house is going to look so different with the drywall. Like, it's actually going to look closer to how it's going to look, obviously. And I'm just so excited to see it. I can't wait to see actually having walls and not being able to look through the room to the next room into the garage. I'm excited to have some solid walls in there. I've also been getting some questions just regarding if we had any regrets in the design center or anything else like that we haven't liked throughout the whole process. And to be honest, no, I wouldn't say that we have regrets from what we chose in the design center, at least at this point in time. I think that we really knew going into it, because of our research and just things that we knew we really wanted, what was important to us and what wasn't so much. Obviously, we're not in the house yet, so that might change once we move in. There might be things that we wish we would have done or wouldn't have done. So I'll update later too after we move in, but for right now, we both feel really good. My husband and I both feel really good about the things that we chose. I will put my KB Home updates video here for you if you haven't seen that. But yeah, we feel really good about everything that we chose. We feel like there are so many things to choose from. It is absolutely overwhelming. It's 2 3-hour appointments. I mean, it's a lot of information. So you really kind of need to have an idea going into it of what your non-negotiables are and your budget, obviously. And then other things, you kind of get a little bit of time between the first appointment and the second appointment to decide on. But for us, we actually changed nothing between our 2 appointments. We went in, had the first appointment, picked everything, had a few days until our final appointment, and we didn't change a single thing during that second appointment. So yeah, my best advice, if you're going through the process or about to go through the process, is to just try to have a really good idea of what's important to you and what you want going into it. So because we're now 60 days out, we have also been hearing from our loan processor again. Back in October, November, when we first started this whole process and we first had to apply for the loan, we are using KBHS, the KB in-house lender. So yes, we are using them, and they have been pretty good in our experience so far. But back then they told us, okay, you're gold certified for approved for funding now, but we'll reach out to you again 60 to 45 days before closing so that we can get you ready to close. So we were expecting to hear from them pretty soon, and we did. We heard from them last week. They asked us for updated pay stubs and permission to repull our credit, which we gave them. And so now they're just kind of updating everything. I know the underwriter is going to have to look over all of our stuff again. We're probably going to have to submit, updated bank statements and any other documentation that they might need. But that's okay with us. We are just so excited to be getting close to this point. It feels like it has been an eternity. I know so many other people have had or built houses. I've done so much research over this 7-month period, and sometimes it takes people years to get a house done, and I'm like, I can't even imagine that. Like, it's been 7 months and I'm dying over here. But I'm trying to enjoy the anticipation, and I know it's going to be so worth it. My husband is probably sick of me talking about it all the time, but he's really excited too. We're both super stoked, and I know it's going to be totally worth it. So I don't have regrets. And also at the very beginning, I knew myself, I'm not a very patient person, and I knew I was going to feel this way, but it's still okay and it's worth it. And I knew what I was getting myself into. So there's that. Okay. Some other things that I want to say though, that I didn't expect is we are, what did I say? 52 days from our estimated closing date. And now that could change. That could very well change. Things happen. One thing that our construction superintendent told us at our pre-drywall orientation was garage doors are back ordered right now. So that might cause a little bit of a delay. Hope not, but it might. And so we're aware of that. But I didn't realize that it would take so long and we'd be so close to the end before we actually see any of the major interior work happening. We still don't have walls in our house, and it's 50 days out, and they're going to do drywall. They have to do the brick on the exterior. They have to do all the interior trim and doors and plumbing fixtures, light fixtures, cabinets, countertops, flooring. I mean, there is so much that still has to be done. I have faith, and I'm telling myself, they know how much is left to be done. They're going to get it done. And I hope they will. It blows my mind because I look at that with an untrained eye and I'm like, that needs months of work. It doesn't look anywhere close to closing to me. It's beautiful, and what they have done looks fantastic. And every time I've gotten an update, I have been stoked about it. But I just didn't expect that it would take this long to see drywall or any of the things that are really going to make it look like a house on the inside, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But something else that we did take care of now that we're past the 60-day point is we did have to secure homeowners insurance. I did a lot of shopping around. I did a lot of calling. Something, though, that I wasn't also prepared for was it's kind of hard to get a quote for homeowners insurance from, your regular insurance agencies like Farmers, Liberty Mutual, others. It's hard to get a quote from them when your address isn't on the map yet. And that was something that I had not considered. I didn't realize that was going to be a roadblock. I spent, I think, close to 2 hours on the phone with an insurance agent, and she was trying her absolute best to get the system to generate a quote for her without an address. And it was impossible. And she was very apologetic. And I said, it's not your fault. I did not realize that was going to be a problem. Now, some have, like I think Lemonade gave us a quote. I don't know. I'm not sure. But long story short, we ended up going actually with KB's insurance agency. So KB Home has their own insurance agency. And I spent some time on the phone with them. You have to call them, and they're very nice. They get back to you same day. So I was very happy about that. Obviously, the address is not an issue for them because they can see that your address is in their system. They can see what community your house is going to be in and all of that. They have access to information that outside agencies obviously wouldn't. But they actually gave us the best rate for the best coverage. And that was ultimately the deciding factor for deciding to go with them. Another thing that I liked about them is they coordinate with your lender for everything so that when you get to the closing table on closing day, your closing agent, escrow agent, and lenders have all the information they need about your insurance. So there's no question that you're not going to be able to close because they can't find confirmation that you have insurance. So that was nice, and it's a weight off just to know that that's been taken care of. A couple of other things that we have taken care of just in this 60-day period, 60 days out period, we booked movers, and I made sure before booking them that there were no fees to change dates. So as long as we let them know, I think like 5 days at least ahead of time that we need to change our days, there's no fees, there's no penalties or anything like that. So we have them booked, and honestly, if it wasn't going to be a summertime move, I may not have booked them yet, but I knew that summer is the busiest moving season and moving companies book up really fast, and we wanted to get the best one with the best rates. So I decided to go ahead and book them, especially since we can change our date if we need to. It just feels like a weight off to have that done and to know that there are people who can transport our things from point A to point B when we need it, and that's been reserved and taken care of. So that's really nice. Another thing is we are going to be shipping my car out there. So I also booked a auto shipment company. Again, though, no fees to change dates, made sure of that as well. So that has also been done. So ultimately at this point, I'm so excited. My husband and I are so excited. We are getting close to the finish line. Praise be. I'm so happy. And honestly, I'm talking about it like it's been a horrible experience, but it really hasn't been. It's been super fun and exciting, and that's just the hardest part is the waiting. But if you can handle that, and if I can handle it, I feel like anyone can handle it, you're going to be fine, and it'll be worth it. But yeah, we're both just so excited. I know I'm going to cry when I see it for the first time. I'm going to cry. But so we're going to go out there mid-June, a little bit before our closing date, because we have to do like the punch list walkthrough where you do the blue tape and decide if you need things to be fixed or not. And we have to do our final walkthrough. Side note, I don't know if you'll be able to request this, but when we had our pre-drywall orientation with our construction superintendent, he told us that when we do the punch list walkthrough with the blue tape, he actually brings the painter to that appointment so he can fix things on the spot. So we don't have to wait, so it doesn't delay closing or anything like that. Obviously, other issues that aren't, paint, you'll have to wait, but hopefully they'll get it done pretty quickly. But I did like that he said he brings the painter with him and with us, so you might be able to request that. Side note. So that is pretty much it. I don't know if I'm going to be doing another update between now and when we actually move. I think I'm going to try vlogging our move. I haven't really vlogged ever anything. So we're excited. We are going to start packing this month. We have a lot to still do just to logistically get ready for the move, but we're so excited. We can't wait to see it. We can't wait to be there and to set up our lives there. And I know that as soon as we drive up, it's all going to be so worth it. So I will keep you updated. I don't know if I'm going to do another update between now and then. Obviously, if something substantial happens, I will. I'm not currently planning on that though. So hopefully the next time I make a house video, it will be our closing day and our empty house tour. I really hope so. But thank you so much for watching. I hope this video was helpful and informative. Please subscribe to our channel if you'd like to see more, and I will see you next time. Thanks.